All right, I'm live. I'm live. I wanted to use my laptop today instead of my phone to try to at least keep my head bubble in the right place. So I hope you guys can see me, that it's not too crazy around me on the outside. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and get started. So my first time doing a Google Hangout. Wow. Okay, so post-op week 15 for Hakuna Matata. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Amada. I had the gastric bypass done on April 11th at Bellevue Hospital in New York City. I basically had to lose 20 pounds to get that surgery because it was a concernment with versus the sleeve, getting the bypass versus the sleeve, etc. So I eventually I had a lot of stuff that was going on earlier in the year. So I lost 31 pounds actually, instead of the 20 pounds that he asked me to do, which I'm feeling very proud of because I was on a liquid diet. So the weight just flew off. And I am currently fluctuating between 291 pounds and 293 pounds. And my starting weight at surgery was 344. So all of my stats altogether was starting pre-op weight was around 375 or 376. And I didn't even realize that. My starting weight was 376. And my current weight is around 293. And I went for blood work last week just to get my blood work, just, you know, to get all of my stuff updated because I had missed my appointment, and spoke to a woman there who went over all of my numbers. And she said everything that I was at previously, like my levels as far as now I'm blanking on what the term is, but basically I was like 1 point up from being pre-diabetic, and all of my levels now are normal. All of my levels now are completely normal. So I was pre-diabetic by 1 point, and I was a lot of cholesterol. There was a lot of like triglycerides, and like she was saying all these really, really big names of different things. And I didn't really know what she was talking about, but I knew like it was important. And she basically said that in the 3 months since I've had my surgery, all of my blood work and all of my stuff is normal now. And so I have a little piece of paper here that I'm going to share with you. I posted it on my Facebook page, but I don't know, like having the weight loss, first of all, is still kind of not such a big deal for me, because when I was in college, I was around 270. I've been a size 20, 22, like most of my life. So I'm now like 293 and still kind of feeling like I'm still heavy, which I am. I'm like a size 20, 22 now. But looking at what happened at the beginning of the year and what I'm at now, it is kind of a huge deal. It's all starting to kind of slap me in the face. And when she drew these little smiley faces on my chart, see, little smiley faces, and she told me I had lost 35% of my body mass size. What is it? Body mass index. I basically was at 57 when I was pre-surgery, and I'm now at 44.41. And so I'm like, that's 35% of my body weight that I lost. 83 pounds since March 2nd. A whole bunch of clothes I had in my closet have gone into consignment. And like I said, I'm still like a size 20, 22. And even today, like Damon, my husband, came with me to the appointment at the doctor, and he goes, you're walking faster. He's like, I don't remember you walking fast like this. And I was kind of like side joking, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, we're kind of late. Like, it's 12:30. We got to get to the appointment. But yeah, like you don't realize like the little changes until you're like in the places that you used to be in, and like how long it took you to get to certain locations. I had, like this month I went from 296 to 291 within a couple of days. Like it literally was like, oh, this is how much you are. And now like 4 or 5 days later, and now you're at 291. And like, I was like, wow, that's like a huge change. It's a huge bunch of weight I just dropped, which is amazing. And now I'm still stuck. 293, like 294, 292. And she basically, the lady I was talking to, she's the nutritionist and counselor there, and she said that sometimes during your stalls you're actually losing inches, which that makes me like super excited about, but at least like when you see the scale, you can go, oh, okay, this is like exactly how much I lost. Like this, what you see the weight, and like, I don't know, there's like something in your head that like it makes it feel like, yeah, this is like a big deal. So so I'm stalled. I've been stalled for the month, which is crazy because I have been sweating like crazy. It's been hot, I'm just crazy sweaty. And but at the same time I could be losing inches. So I'm probably going to get Damon to measure me in a little bit just to see like where we're at with things. And I don't know, I think sometimes the body like really wants to, like attach on to all those fat cells and all of those things. So my biggest motivation though was seeing this paper today and hearing her tell me, great, you were doing really, really good. According to her, a majority of people tend to lose only like 10 pounds a month after surgery. And then after the 3 months, after they've lost 30 pounds, a month after that, they tend to lose like 1 pound a week instead, or they might lose like 5 pounds a month or something like that. So it might just be because I had so much more to lose. I don't know. But my biggest thing that I can say is getting over freaking weight stalls is to just keep going, is to just keep doing what you're doing, because, like I said, it could be losing inches. So that's pretty exciting. And I like that number. I like seeing that it said 35%. I just made a post on my Facebook wall. And if you guys don't know about my Facebook, you can check it out. It'll be in the little description box at the bottom of the video. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of, I have like so much more to go, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I maybe not being able to go and do karate or something like that right now, but I definitely am walking faster. I definitely feel healthier. And I feel very supported by the friends and the groups and the, the family members who have all jumped up and, and supported me and told me, wow, you really do look really great. Like you feel good. Like, how are you feeling? And people who checking in with me and that kind of thing. Like, it means so much to me. And there's just like so much emotion that has been going on with all of this, and some people might feel like, oh my gosh, I'm stalled, and I'll be honest, I did feel like that a couple weeks ago. I was like, it's not moving. Why isn't it moving? I was like drenched in sweat. I'm like hot, like it's summer. I should be losing more weight, but apparently the weight likes to really, like the fat, especially if it's been there for a really long time. And in this case, all my life. It sometimes doesn't want to go anywhere, you know? So I just think that just, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, you know? So for me, my practice is, and I haven't done a lot of exercising other than like the normal walking routines that I do, which as a tour guide, I can walk up to 2 miles comfortably, you know, within 90 to 2 hours with a group, you know. But the other day I didn't have a ride home, and I actually was kind of like, I don't know where the bus picks up anymore at. So instead of going around the block, I just kept walking down the block. And then I would stop and I'd look for the bus to see if the bus was coming, and I wouldn't see a bus. And I was like, well, I'll just keep walking then. So I just kept walking. And then if I hear a bus coming and I wasn't at the bus stop, then, you know, I would just let it pass. But I pretty much, before, and I told my husband this, before at 330 pounds or at the 430 pounds, the fluctuation in between that I was, I would have probably sat and waited on the bus stop for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, waiting for a bus to take me. And what I ended up doing was walking from a location to my home, which was a total of 2 miles, and it took me 40 minutes. That's it. I would have waited 40 minutes before for that bus, but now I have the energy. And by the way, it was a really hot day that day, and I was wearing all black. I was wearing a black tank top, black pants. Actually, that was like Friday when I went for my blood work, and I walked home. And I probably wouldn't have done that before the surgery. So, you know, there's lots of really big perks and things that are happening, and I'm feeling really good about it. I know I'm like super late with this video, but I wanted to make sure that I got it out there. So last week, that was my big accomplishment. This week, I am going to really try to start getting into making a schedule of activities that are even more focused on stretching, like yoga and Zumba, which are at my local New York Sports Club just down the street. It's just the times that they have these classes have, so like, I've been getting work during that time, so I've had to work. But, you know, I'm really hoping that I can continue to go over there and work out. And I liked it. Whew. Sorry. A little afternoon yawn there. Also, as a side note, I don't know if you guys have Netflix, but I just finished watching What the Health, and it was really scary. You know, the diet that I'm on right now is very based on protein. It's based on getting your protein in all the time, you know. And now that I'm watching, you know, these videos like this and thinking about, you know, how can I be more vegan? How can I be more, get more vegetables in my diet that have protein in it, is kind of like a process that I can see myself like moving back towards. And yeah, I don't know. I suggested to even my mom and to my aunt today on the phone that there's these packages here. I'll just show them to you. Let me get my freezer. These are just like some ideas of how to get protein in your system when you are trying to, you know, cut more meats out of your diet but still get your protein. This is called Bird's Eye Protein Blends. They have them, I think they have them at Walmart. They have them at Publix, Stop and Shop, pretty much anywhere where you would see like the frozen food stuff. And it's got whole grains, lentils, red beans, cut green beans, corn, diced potatoes, creamy garlic Parmesan sauce. It's a little high in carbs, 46 total carbs minus the dietary fiber, which is 12. It's only 4 grams of sugar, but it's 11 grams of protein, fat, a little high in sodium, but, you know, like just a serving is about 260 calories, you know? And even though we shouldn't be eating potato and corn and all those things, something like this is probably, you know, I would say 80% healthier than the deli meat rolled up with cheese. Just saying. You probably would be a lot happier eating something like this than, you know. So I've always really loved like spinach and garlic and things like that. So anytime I can get that kind of vegetable into my diet, I'm really happy. This one is the Hawaiian style blend, and it's got whole grains, shelled edamame, carrots, pineapple, white beans, and a pineapple ginger sauce. And even if you don't want to use something like this, like still just buying like those grains or the, you know, the white beans and like making something similar like this at home where you know exactly how much is going into it is, I would say, a more healthier lifestyle change. That's kind of like what I guess I'm insinuating at. By the way, can you see my white drop in the background? Yeah. And that's all I've really got for you guys. I'm stalled with my weight loss, but I'm still hopeful. Stuff is still, it's still good. And I'm feeling good, you know? So, all right. Well, if you watched for 2 seconds or if you watched through this whole video, I want to say thank you for watching. Feel free to send me any comments or messages or anything that you have. I'd be happy to answer you. And I will be back this week with another update as to if anything changes. Just trying to be consistent here. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.